Hey church, John and Luke here to talk to you guys about some big news that we are excited to announce about some gatherings. But before we get into that, I just want to mention a couple of things. It was March 12th when we decided to start making some changes, go online only, man, and in 24 hours, our staff just made this huge shift. We had video people on site, sound people on site, and since that time, our volunteers and our staff and you, our congregation, y'all have been amazing at just making the switch and being flexible, and we're so thankful. Well, it's time for another switch. It's time for a new thing, which is good. But before we kind of make that announcement, I just want to make a little encouragement to everybody. And the encouragement is this: let's all just try to chill out a little bit when it comes to opinions and differing ideas of practices and what should be happening and what should not be happening. Right. Everybody is just trying to make it through this time and trying to figure it out, as are we as church people, trying to manage different perspectives and people who are ready to get out and people not ready to get out and all of those different things. Let's all be understanding of each other. Let's all have some humility and be willing to sacrifice a little bit and give a little bit. And as we'll talk about later on, have love and unity through this whole process. So what's the big announcement?
Big announcement is we are entering phase 2 of the re-entry plan.
Woohoo! That's good.
That's right, we're entering phase 2. But John's going to talk a little bit about that in a second here, but I want to remind you, just because we're entering phase 2, it does not mean we are done with phase 1. Phase 1 was about getting on teams, and we still believe, like I said last week in my sermon, that this is a very vital part of our church life. Whether we enter phase 2 or 3, get on a team, find people that you can do life with, because we believe this is the best way to grow in your faith. And so please don't stop phase 1, but we are going to phase 2. And John's going to talk about it.
And it's been cool to see the stories coming out from those teams and pictures I've gotten and what people are doing. You're right. Those things are awesome and need to continue. Phase 2, what is that? That is medium-sized worship gatherings that we're going to have here on site at the church. That is going to start on June the 7th. Sunday, June the 7th, we will have some on-site services. It's going to be at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. It's a little different, and we'll explain why. But let me say this. We're going to hit some highlights, but you can get all of the details through a document that we have on our website and that we've emailed out today, which is Friday. If you're seeing this video later, you'll just have to put that together. But it's on our website, jeffcitychurch.com, and you can click a link right there on the homepage that talks about choosing a worship time. You can find a description of all the details of what we're going to talk about, because we have to leave some out, but you will also find a way to register for a service. We are going to be limiting capacity, so the registration process is really important. Now, it's not mandatory, but here's the deal. By registering, you guarantee a spot. If you don't register, we'll have a section for you to sit in, but that section could fill up. Because remember, capacity is limited. But here's the great thing. At both of those times, 9 a.m. and 11, we're going to have 2 venues. So at 9 a.m., the sanctuary and the multipurpose room will be used. At 11 a.m., sanctuary and multipurpose room will be used. And so we're excited about that.
So and another thing why you need to register for these services we are really trying our best to stay within COVID-19 restrictions. The service is not going to look like it was before COVID-19, and we want you to understand that. So the 2 areas that you sit in, for example, the sanctuary will be every other pew, and in the multipurpose room, you're going to see tables set up 6 feet apart. So you can sit with your family and friends that you feel comfortable with in the multi-purpose room. They'll just be 6 feet apart. So that's the first thing. We're going to be in solidarity with our community when it comes to face masks. For example, when you go to a restaurant or you go to Walmart, you're going to see their employees do that. Our staff and volunteer are going to do the same thing for you. And the other thing you need to recognize in the service, and you need to be aware of this, is we will not have childcare in our services. So you need to understand that as well. However, if you do have that toddler that may I can't imagine not like what we're saying.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, we understand that kids can get cry or just be upset. So we are going to have rooms in our church that are designated for family members to take them in the event that this happens.
Yeah, so that room will display the service. They'll be able to watch it, and it will do one family per room.
Yeah.
But you know, throughout the building, like Luke said, we're going to have some social distancing stuff. We're going to have a pattern, like a flow pattern, for how you walk down the hallways and that sort of thing. And again, we just ask that everyone. Let's be flexible as we go through this process. It's just kind of what we have to do at this point. We're going to sing together. That's something that's become a little bit of a controversy, or people haven't known if you should do that. We are looking at the fact that it's not been a guideline given by the federal or state authorities to not sing. We are social distancing properly in our church, and in our local community we don't have a huge incidence of coronavirus, so we feel like we can do that safely.
Right.
So that's just a snapshot. There's more details. We'd love for you to go on the website and click on the choosing a worship time and look at both the registry and also the document that details a lot of this stuff.
And so finally, here's the deal. The only mandate we have here is what the Bible mandates of us as a church. We want to act in love and in unity. Jesus told his disciples that they will know you by your love for one another. So that's the display that we want to put on here at church. We don't want to look at anyone in judgment or look down on them because they're reacting to this virus in a different way. They greet you in a different way or anything like that. So just keep that in mind as you go forward.
I think the enemy, Satan, would like nothing more than to use this time to divide the church, to divide our friendships, and the love that we have for one another.
Right.
I think one of the most practical little ideas to keep in mind is that scripture from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only that which is beneficial for building others up.
Right.
Let's be understanding. Let's go through this together in sacrifice and in humility, and I think that we will find that we as a church are becoming stronger as we go through this. We're looking forward to it. Continue with those teams and get ready for some Phase 2 gatherings starting on June the 7th. Anything else?
No. We look forward to seeing everybody on June 7th, man. We love you guys. Can't wait to see you.